Right, welcome. So today we are going to be working on the Project Fox, but more specifically, we're focusing on the interior because with the interior, well, in today's video, we are going to be pulling all the door cards off. So we need to pull handle off, winder, actually pull it off because we are going to be greasing the window mechanisms right around the car. So we need to pull all of the door pads off, and I think we're also going to be cleaning the seats. As you can see, we off camera we did clean, well, my father cleaned the rear seats and it came out absolutely incredible. Obviously it still has one two issues with the tear and the whole day, but honestly comparing the back seats to the front seats is yeah, there's a night and day difference, especially if you look here. You see this here, this is actually what the material looks like clean. So all of it where it's darker around this stain, yeah, it's dirty. The seats is absolutely filthy if you actually look at it now compared to the back seat. So it's gonna be a lot of elbow grease, a lot of work, but we should be able to get the seat cleaned. And yes, I can see, I know about the holes. Yeah, we for the time being we're just not gonna stress about that, but yeah, and we're gonna see what else in the interior we can actually get sorted out today. So yeah, with all this being said, hope you guys do go on to enjoy today's video. Don't forget, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more VW Fox content, and yeah, enjoy today's video. So first things first, when it comes to removing your door cards, well, you need to remove the armrest. And for the back doors, well, the armrest is held in position by two screws. They should be stars if they are correct. So you're gonna grab a long star screwdriver and you're gonna put a bit of force to actually get these screws removed. So there's one on each side, as you can see where the holes are, and it is angled up, so it may take a bit of time to actually get them loosened. So don't rush, take your time, and before you know it, that's gonna be your door handle off. So the next thing to remove is the window winder itself. So to remove that, well, you're gonna grab a flat screwdriver and you wanna wedge it between the black cover and the actual window winder itself. After a bit of wedging, well, you should get that to just pop off. Then you're gonna be left with a star screw. So grab your star screwdriver, and with a bit of force and with you holding the handle in place, you can then get your star screw off. So once that's off, it simply just pulls off. You may need to give it a bit of a wiggle, but afterwards that is going to be your winder off. Now the difference, oh my god, lighting. Now the difference with the left hand side door pad is that it actually has the cover here for the door handle. So to remove this, what you're gonna do, we're just gonna pull the handle, grab your screwdriver, and you are just gonna pull this out. Then it should be a star, pull that off, and then you can pull the door pad off. Now when taking the door pad off, all you're gonna do, locate where your clips are that hold the door pad to the door, and with the screwdriver, or you can have the special tool to actually lift the clips out of place, but if not, screwdriver works just as well. So screwdriver, I also use the microfiber cloth to just not chip paint possibly. Well, I went around the door pad and just slowly located where the clips were and applied a little bit of pressure until the clips then popped out of place, and before I know it, that was my door pad off. Now for the front door pad, there is a bit more to take off, but it's still straightforward. So if you're like me, you're gonna have to remove a front door speaker. Now to remove the speaker, you just need to remove whatever screws or bolts are holding the speaker to the door pad. Then disconnect 2 wires and there's your speaker out. To remove the window adjuster, to take the knob off, you simply just pull it. Even the rubber behind the knob, you really just tug at it and it comes off. Then you have 2 star screws, just like the back door, where they are going to be facing up at an angle, so you are going to need to get them off and use a bit of pressure. So unlike the back door, when you remove it, you can't simply just pull it out. Now what you have to do is actually rotate the entire handle, and then it will slide out once you get to a certain point. So do take your time to find said point. Right, so if you have an old spec door pad, your window winder should look something like this. Now your old spec window winder, this part is separate from the actual winder itself. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab a flat screwdriver, you're gonna wedge it in between here and actually just like pry this off. Once this is off, you're gonna grab a star screwdriver and you're gonna remove the star that is right here. Once you do that, you will be able to pull the winder off. Now if you have a new spec door pad like the one I have right here, well, your front winder, as you can see right here, it has no part that's loose here, so there's no cover for you to actually pry off. With this, you're actually gonna push up on this clip here. All you're gonna do, you're gonna take it and you're gonna apply a bit of pressure, and you see it pops up, and then you just simply pull it off. So from this point right here, it's exactly the same as your back door pad. So now with the door pad off, we get a look at what we're working with. And as you can see, you always discover new things about your car. This car looks like it had central locking, because I'm seeing this looks like a motor. I mean, there's wiring yeah, and from the back here, this metal rod here connects. So that must mean now, because if we lock it, you see this, the mouse is working here. So to make everything just operate and run a bit smoother, we took a little bit of grease on the finger and rubbed it against the mechanism to just make it operate more efficiently. We then found something in all of the doors that if we left untreated would have been catastrophic. As you can see right now when the camera focuses, that in the door is dirt, that is sand, that is dust, that is just dirt that has been collected over time and has just built up within the door. Now that is a big no-no, because every time you wash your car, every time you drive the car in the rain is gonna go along the windows and actually run down into the door. And when that happens, yeah, it's gonna start creating mud, and with the dirt being like almost sand, getting muddy, yeah, it's locking moisture in, and moisture is gonna cause rust. So as you can see, there were leaves and just this door has never been cleaned out. I mean, look, if I just take a handful, look at what comes out. It's absolutely disgusting and a big problem. So we need to grab the vacuum and start cleaning this out. Now this is how the water will actually get into the door. As you can see there, that is a gap in the rubber. Water goes in there, it gets in the doors. This is why when after you've done washing your car, it's always best to just open the doors and let the water come out. There's channels in the door that I will be showing you shortly of how the water drains out, and you also need to make sure those channels are clear for the water to just freely flow out and not actually clog up. So now you can see in this. So now you can see the door is clean inside, well, as clean as it's gonna get. And this is what was inside the door. Yeah, this got scooped out before it still got vacuumed. So there's more that came out of this door, but yeah. this is now cleaned out.
We just grabbed a vacuum and we went over to pick up whatever dirt is remaining, because majority of it we tried to scoop out before vacuuming, but there was still so much dirt left in it. We had to grab the vacuum once more and go over it. As you can see where that light's coming from the bottom of the door, that right there is your drain hole. Now what you can see, you gotta make sure and clear out all the corners, because all the crevices, because that's where the sand's gonna build up, that's where the water's gonna go, it's gonna sit and cause rust. So once you've done vacuuming and really cleaning out, we use a small screwdriver to really get in there and just help remove some of the stubborn dirt that was really stuck in there. So remove some of that, and afterwards we grabbed the hose pipe and then began to spray water to really see how open the actual holes were, how clear were the drainage passages, so that when water does eventually get in, it has somewhere to run through. So putting the water in, we will need to make sure, okay, none of the holes were clogged, and if they were clogged, well, we need to unclog them. So we just washed out whatever remaining little floating little bits of dirt was there, and afterwards we left the car to just sit out in the sun, left all the doors open, and just let the heat bake away whatever water is just remaining in the doors. So while we left the car to bake in the sun, well, it was time to actually tackle the door pads, because they weren't looking in the best condition. So first things first, I grabbed a cloth, made it a bit damp, but you don't want excess water in it, because that's gonna actually damage the board itself. So you just want it lightly damp, and I went over the vinyl fabric with the cloth, and then for the actual fabric part of it, I used this multi-purpose foam cleaner, and it works extremely well. It's actually what we used on the back seat, and I mean, you saw the difference in the beginning of the video. So this is honestly what I say is the most affordable yet really good product for cleaning seats. I think one of these cans was 35 rand at China Mall, if I'm not mistaken. So the fact that one can clean the back seats as well as the door pads, it means you're really getting a lot for your 35 rand. And the thing is, it's not to say, oh, it only looks good when it's wet. You're gonna leave it out to dry, like the door cards, and you are gonna be able to see. I mean, just with using a microfiber, because I feel like the brush that comes on the lid is a bit too aggressive for the fabric, and you don't really want to damage your fabric. So just grab a microfiber cloth and just really rub it in, and just leave it to dry in the sun.
Before we put the door pads back on, we actually put rust proofing in the doors, as you can see it there. And if I put the phone through, you can see all at the bottom there is rust proofing now. Now the rust proofing you will find all over my car, like you can see here by the hinges. Don't want to bang, but you can see by all of the hinges there is rust proofing all the way coming down the side here. It's also what is all this on top here and in here. Now yes, it does look dirty, but I mean, it's rust proofing, it's protecting my car, because with a car like this, all of the time, effort, money that's gone into this Project Fox right here, the last thing I need is rust. I know it's an old car, it's eventually gonna happen, but the longer I can prevent it from happening, the better. So yes, this car, it may not look the prettiest, but I know the car is protected. So yes, will I be cleaning the rust proofing off? Highly doubt it. So if you ever see my car at like a show or anything, and you're like, oh, why didn't he clean it? Now you know, because I am trying to protect my car. I know there are like clear rust proofings, but hey, rust proofing is rust proofing at the end of the day. Yes, it may not be the most visually appealing, but once again, I know my car is protected. Today we're gonna be installing a seatbelt stalk, because for some reason the passenger side seatbelt stalk got taken out of the car. As you can see, that's where it's supposed to be, and as you can see, there's nothing there. So we need to put this there. So then it fits here. So this is where the seatbelt is gonna go in. So it's gonna come in something like this, and then the ball through.
Now I didn't got a 17 bolts, so with the 17 bolts, ratchet, sockets, and then began to tightened it until it could not be tightened anymore, and I was good to go. So with that small install done, we need to clean the floor mats up, because as you can see, they are just extremely sandy, dirty. There's masking tape, pieces of wire. It's just not in a good state and it needs a proper cleaning. So that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. So what I like to do if a carpet is this bad is grab a little hand brush and actually just start rubbing the carpet, banging the carpet to get whatever little bits of sand or actually a bit stubborn to actually come out. So I just aggravate the carpet a little bit, quick and fast, brushing up and down to just loosen and get whatever little bits of sand out. So this makes it easier to then vacuum up the sand instead of now trying to vacuum and the stone and sand is still being left behind. So honestly, you don't really have to do this step, but for me, I just find it a lot easier to then brush the carpets and then vacuum up. So this was me just doing a quick vacuum with the wrong attachment even. So once I switched over to the right attachments and just went over it once more, it already showed a lot more progress. But to just get rid of this issue of me having to brush this carpet every time I use the vehicle and need to clean it, I went and got mats. So I'm here to give you an interior update. So currently this is what the interior is looking like. So we managed to actually get some carpets, some mats, as you know, or maybe you don't know, but I am running with a blue as an accent color throughout the car, because I mean we got blue here, and then if we look at the drums, they are blue as well. It's the small things like this that really bring the build together. There's still a lot more to be done to the interior, but yeah, front seats filthy still. It doesn't really pick up on camera how actually dirty they are, but regardless, it's fine as long as we're mobile. That's all that matters. We installed a deck, we wired the speakers up. Sadly, we do have a 3/4 surround sound because this speaker right here was actually blown. Like the actual audio quality of the sound coming from the speaker was heavily distorted, so we didn't even put it back in. So yeah, we have a 3/4 surround sound, as I like to refer to it. But honestly, the sound quality of these Pioneers right here at the back, I'm not even sure what size they are or anything about them. They came with the car and they are super loud. Now I would play some songs or a bit of music for you, but copyright. So because of that, not gonna do that. Just take my word for it. It's not like ear shattering loud or it's gonna vibrate the mirror off or anything like that. No, none of that. I mean, for me, I'm not really a big sound guy, so as long as I can hear a few tunes, all that matters. A few words coming through, all that matters. But otherwise, the interior door pads are looking so much better. And yeah, I want to get new vents for here, because as you can see, piece missing there, piece missing off there, same on the other side. Need to sort that out. But overall, the interior is coming together slowly. Still a bit of work to be done, but I'm honestly quite happy. Thinking about changing the steering wheel because honestly not really a fan of the airbag steering wheel, so see if we can't find a CTI steering wheel. If not, it's fine, not the end of the world. So see about changing the wheel. And yeah, there are a lot of other small little things around the car, but regardless, yeah, this is where we currently stand with the interior. So I'm gonna round the video up here and say thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time. And if you did go on to enjoy today's video and want to see more content on the VW Fox, well, hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out when I upload next.